When your wife is overwhelmed and mentally drained, you as her husband, you only get two options. You either make things heavier for her, or you actually be able to create a space for her in order for her to be able to take a breath. And see, it's funny because the difference between these two options is one skill that most husbands don't even realize they're missing. And I want to be clear. Let me be clear. Most husbands aren't trying to hurt their wives or make things heavier for them. If anything, we're trying to help our wives. We're trying to make sure that she's feeling better. We're trying to fix things. We're trying to make things lighter on her, opposed to making it heavier. But look, bro, this is where some of us actually get this confused. We think that saying more is actually going to help fix a problem. We think that doing more is going to make the situation better. But the crazy part about it is that sometimes doing more or trying to help actually can make things worse. See, what I begin to understand is that there are moments in marriage where God isn't testing your strength. He's not testing your strength, but instead he's shaping your heart, renewing your mind. And if you miss those moments, you're going to keep feeling stuck. You're going to keep feeling like no matter what you say or what you do, nothing's going to happen. Like nothing's changing. And I'm telling you this because recently my wife, she was going through something that has been really tough for her, like in life. And I would go as far as to say it's one of the toughest things that she actually has dealt with in her life. So in this moment, me being me, trying to be a good husband, I'm doing my best to lift her up. And sometimes I see it not working and it makes me frustrated and it's a whole lot that happens. Now because I'm trying to help her and things ain't going the way I think it should go, it creates a big mess. And this is when God helped me realize that I was missing the one skill that I'm going to tell you about. And that missing skill that I'm talking about is patience. Patience? What you mean patience? You just want me to wait on her to get better? Just not even try to do nothing? No. See, let me be clear. When I'm talking about patience, I'm talking about a strength that knows how to slow down, a strength that knows how to pay attention to what's happening in the moment. It's a strength that notices what your wife is carrying before you even react. So what is patience really? Patience is not when you pretend that something does not bother you, it clearly bothers you. But patience is being able to contain yourself, keep yourself steady when everything in you wants to react to whatever is happening. And so for me, it's when my wife, she repeats herself. So like I was just telling you, she was just having she recently been having a hard time. And it's like the same thoughts keep trying to bring her down. And she may say some of the same words that may not be positive, affirming words. And it's like she's trying to find a way, but she can't see the way. But on the outside, I can see the way. I see it. And when she keeps going into this circle, it irritates me. It's not because I don't care about her, but it's like, this is the way. Like, go here, go right here. Like, this is what you should do. And I'm trying to fix the situation. And the other thing is like when it's like ups and downs. It's like one moment, everything is feeling good. Then the next moment, everything is bad, feeling down, low, and depressed. And then the next moment might feel a little better, then it go back down. Like that kind of, it throws me. It throws me so bad. And in those moments, I kind of start feeling helpless. Because just like I stated earlier, it's like we try to say these things or we continue to try to help out or fix the situation, but it just kind of leads to nowhere. And so now I feel helpless. And what I started understanding in this moment, this is where patience actually matters. This is where this skill is needed, and it'll transform everything. And so what I want to do is I'm going to read to you what I wrote in this moment. Patience is being slow to anger when nothing seems to be changing. It's enduring the discomfort of not having control. It's holding back irritation. It's staying calm under pressure. It's refusing to retaliate emotionally. And it's giving someone room to grow, even when you feel like you already see the answer. And this is what I got. This is what I got when I was actually studying patience, like what patience actually is. And immediately when I read and started studying about patience and I came to this conclusion, it hit me hard because it spoke to me in that moment. Like, okay, you need this patience because you feeling all of these things and you got to actually have that, give her room. You got to give her that space. And see, this is what I learned when I get impatient, when I don't have any patience in that moment. This is what I learned, that when I get frustrated, I tend to carry that frustration into the conversation. Say if I'm talking with my wife, that frustration that I have, it goes into the conversation because I can't figure out a way to help her. I feel helpless. So I'm frustrated now. And even if I don't say it out loud, if I don't say that, man, I'm so frustrated and mad, my wife is gonna feel it. She's gonna feel that irritation. She's gonna feel that you're upset. You don't have to say anything. She'll feel it in the conversation. And see, now, when she feels that I'm upset and she feels that tension coming from me, she's gonna feel like I'm not supporting her. And now she feels directly responsible for making me upset. That makes sense? Like she feel like it's her fault that I'm upset now because she's already been going through something. And now she's no longer just dealing with the weight of whatever it is she was just carrying. Added on top of that, she now feels the weight of making me upset or feeling like she made me upset now. So that's stacked on top of whatever it is she was already carrying. Now that's just gonna make everything heavier. And this is what I was meaning by when I said earlier, sometimes we tend to try to fix things and make things work, and it just kind of makes it worse. It doesn't help. And now she's starting to sink even deeper. She's going down and more depressed. And when I see that, I start to feel more guilty. And now that I'm feeling guilty, that distance between my wife and I is going to be created. Because now when I go and try to talk to her, she's going to feel like she can't open up and say anything to me. Why? Because when she opens her mouth and says something to me, she feels like it's just going to make me upset or it's just going to make me feel some kind of way. And now she don't want that. So now she's not saying anything. And because she's not saying anything, I'm getting mad and upset. You see what I'm saying? Like how it's going deeper and deeper and deeper, and things are just becoming so chaotic. And see, the main thing is we're not drifting apart because we don't love each other. But this is just when patience is missing. Patience is lacking. You see the importance of that now? Like there's patience is not there. And here's what I realized when I actually started slowing down. Of course, I pray and ask God for patience because patience is a fruit of the Spirit. So patience comes from God. It doesn't come from you. Patience comes from God. So side note, if you're trying to get patience, go to the source, which is God. But when I do this, the first thing that happens is not in my wife. It is nothing. It's not her. What happens or what changes is in me. Like when I go and pray and ask God for patience, it gives me that peace. Like my mind is actually free now. So, and when my mind is free, I can step in and walk into whatever my wife is dealing with without becoming overwhelmed myself. And so what that means is I can pray for her. I can listen to her without reacting. Whatever she wants to place on my shoulders, I can handle that now because I'm good. I can handle whatever she places on my shoulders. And now whenever I carry some of that weight that she was just carrying, it eases off for her. Now she can breathe. Now she can cry. She can release. She can do what she have to. I can hug her. I can comfort her a little more now. And see, the thing is, I'm not helping her fix anything. I haven't fixed anything. But I did make her feel free. And why did I make her feel free? Because of patience. Patience is why I made her feel, or why she's feeling free now. The peace that I receive, it affects her. So in so many ways, she's eating that fruit now. You see what I'm saying? She's eating that fruit. And now because she done ate the fruit, that patience that I've had or that God's given me, she don't feel rushed. Now she don't feel alone. That patience, it's gonna lift that heaviness, lift it enough to where she's able to smile, where she's able to laugh, she can breathe. See, that patience allows you as a husband to carry what your wife can't carry alone. The same way that Christ carries you. And see, this is why patience matters so much. This is why it matters. Because if we're, as husbands, if we're called to love our wife the way Christ loved the church, then patience is not just a part of it. Patience is the foundation of that. You can't love without patience. You can't be kind without patience. You can't be gentle. You can't forgive. You can't do any of that without patience. And when you look at the way Christ loved the church, like you really don't see Christ rushing people. You don't see him reacting emotionally. You don't see him getting upset because you learning too slow or you growing slow. You don't see him abandoning you for that or pushing you to the side. That's not how he operates. But what do you see? You see patience. And because he's patient with you, that patience creates room for transformation. And so another thing that I learned through this whole situation with my wife as she was going through this tough time was that I have to give her room to grow. Like, it's easy for me to get upset and it's easy for me to want to fix everything and handle it so she don't have to. But God dealt with me on that. You know, God basically allowed me to see that just like I have a relationship with him, my wife has one with him as well. And that being the fact, we all have to go through some challenges, some tough times, because that's how we grow, right? So I can't step in the way of a challenge that my wife is facing because God may have ordained that challenge in order for her to grow. You see what I'm saying? So like it would be wrong for me to just try to get that out of the way and handle that when I'm not even supposed to be doing that. She's supposed to be going through this. She's supposed to be having her challenges because there are areas she needs to grow as well. And I want to say, as much as you love your wife, and I know you do, you can't learn everything for her. Like, there are some things that she has to do herself. Like, you can't carry the lesson for her. She got to walk it out herself because this is how she's going to be able to be better. That doesn't mean you abandon her, though. That don't mean that you just stop leading her. But what it does mean is that you have to support her without controlling the process. You have to get your hands off of it, but you're still there to support her, help her through it. And that looks like praying for her. Like, you actually giving her the scripture. When you see her having these bad thoughts and she's verbalizing negativity and bad thoughts, correct her thinking. Give her the word of God. Allow that word to change her thoughts. Like, you be there for her, comfort her. You got to stay present, stay patient, walk with her, even when you can't walk it for her. And see, as husbands, we got to trust God enough to let him do his work. We have to. But at that same time, we have to stay present. We have to stay patient and continue to love our wife through all of that. So before you leave this video, I want you knowing exactly what to do the next time your wife is overwhelmed or the next time you find yourself in this position. So if you're going to take notes, if you're going to write anything down, write this down. Before you engage, pause and ask God for patience in real time. It ain't got to be nothing loud. It can be a quiet prayer to yourself. Lord, if you're listening, help! Because remember, patience doesn't come from you. Patience comes from God. Next, ask. Don't assume. So this is asking her, baby, what do you need from me right now? Do you need me to hold you? Do you need me to just listen? Do you want my advice or my thoughts? Like, it doesn't have to all be in conjunction together. Like, you don't have to ask all at the same time, but ask her what she needs right now and listen to her. When she says what she needs, don't hear something else. Listen to what she needs and move accordingly. Asking her does two things. It helps you stay aware and it shows her that you aren't going anywhere. And even though she's going through something right now, you right there with her going through it with her. You ain't backed out. You ain't pulled away. And remember, you're not fixing it. You're just supporting her through this. Understand, you don't need the perfect words. You don't need to say blah, 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 or whatever. All you need is patience, presence, and prayer. And that's how you lead. And if you don't remember anything else I said in this video, remember this. The skill that your marriage needs is patience. And you don't get patience by trying harder. Patience comes from God. It's a fruit of the Spirit, so you go to God to get it. And as husbands, we have to stay connected to Christ. And if you haven't, invite Christ into your marriage. Center your marriage around Christ and what he says. Don't try to lead on your own. Let Jesus shape you. Let him shape your heart, renew your mind. Because that shaping is going to transform your home. And as always, a stronger family starts with a stronger you. Peace.